Today I wanted to just give a little love to grief. So grief can be one of those tricky emotions where when you're in it, and you know you're grieving. But when you're past it, you might not fully be past it, but grief doesn't always show up as a grief emotion. It can show up as sadness or anger or anxiety, a lot of different things, and you might not associate it with grief. You might think, oh, I grieve that. That's not it. But it might still be those stuck energies. So a good practice for helping relieve those energies and just helping to keep things flowing. It's not a bad thing to grieve. It's a natural process. But when you're grieving, you want that energy to have somewhere to go. You don't want it to just be building up and building up, because it can cause a lot of different health issues, because the lungs are the organ associated with grief. It can cause a lot of breathing issues, and that causes sleep issues and mental health. A lot of things can become of stuck energy in the lungs. So one good thing is, from a previous video with the knocking up and down on the chest. So as you're taking a breath in, you'll be knocking on the chest, just gentle, and then exhale, and then set an intention that grief is coming out. And the antidote to grief is joy. So you breathe in joy. Sometimes when you're grieving, it's hard to see the joy, but you just have to imagine the word. If you can't feel the joy, just imagine the word. And then on the exhale, just feel some grief come out. So do those points. And then there's another point here. So if you put your finger in the crease of your armpit, follow it out, and then have 3 fingers down. At that last finger, there's a spot there. And that's a point for grief relief. So just give that a massage and do the same with breathing. So breathe in the joy, and then just set an intention to release any grief that might be stuck. Keeping this flowing is very important during the grieving process too, and it helps move through it with more of a gentle way to move through it. When you're stuck, you're stuck. So that's not that there's anything wrong with grieving, but no one wants to be stuck there. And the more we can process, the better it is, and the more thorough you are with your grieving, and the grieving is released. And you don't want to store that deep inside. You don't want to store that grief deep inside. You want it to go. You want to release that. So I hope this helps, and I hope everyone has a great day.